Hi guys, it's Danica
And Jordan.
and we are here to talk about homework problem 6 for section 1 for engineering 460. Here we go. So this problem statement is basically talking about like a stock. So we want to model these share price movements over time. Basically what this is saying is that your U is going to be like a positive increase in your stock, where a V is going to be a downward movement in your stock, and P is the probability that an upward movement will occur, and 1 minus P would be the probability that a downward movement would occur. So then using this, we can use the previous movement to kind of determine what the next one will be, using Bernoulli random variables, which is just a fancy way of saying like binomial numbers. So it's going to be 0 or 1. And we're going to do this over the course of a year. So it would like us to simulate this for the next 52 weeks for the next year using these variables that they've given us. So our MATLAB code that we have here, basically the first line is just clearing previous stuff. The second line are these values that they've given us. The third line, that U, is the equation that we saw previously. The V is the downward movement. The S here, or actually, sorry, I forgot about the P. The probability is from the previous slide as well. You're going up. The S is saying like your zeros from 1 to 52, and we're going to simulate throughout the year. So I is going to be from 2 to 52 because S set that first week, the 1. And then you just go through using that binomial random 1 or 0 to go through and predict for the year.
So moving on to the second problem, we are going to say that there are 252 trading days, and we're going to establish this for going on for 3 years. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate 200 realizations of this, and we're going to find the max value during this session, and we're going to find the value at the end of 3 years. And we're going to try to figure out the loss based on if you were to sell it at max versus if you were to sell it at 756. So moving on, we have our code here. We established all the variables again like we did last time. We established that we're going to have 3 years based on 252 trading days. Same equations as last time, but now we're going to have the 200 realizations here. Start off with the same S1 equals 100, do the same exact process, the binomial ran, the upward, downward movement, and then we're going to calculate the S max from the S. Since this calculates all of the possible upward and downward movements in that trial, you can figure out the max, and then we can figure out what it is at 756, and that's the loss, which is S max minus S at 756. And then we finally did the histogram of the loss. And here is the histogram of the loss. Basically it's saying the probability of your loss is decreasing as, the probability of loss is lower at higher values, like around 100, and its mean is probably around 20-30, so you're probably losing about $20 to $30. So with that, that is it.
Thanks for watching, guys.